Well, aloha. Welcome to Yoga for Hope and Healing. Thank you so much, friends, for being here and sharing your practice with me today. We are going on a journey into some chair yoga today. I really specifically love the chair yoga class. This is great for when you just have a few moments and you don't want to get down on the ground. And you can do it really from any kind of seated position. And the sequence itself, it kind of gets the whole body from top to bottom. And so we'll focus on that physically. On the mental and emotional levels, today's practice is about releasing some of the abandonment and the feelings of abandonment that come with this kind of great loss. And and there's also a sense that we're holding our own hearts. We're holding our own hearts. We're learning how to hold our own hearts and to heal the trauma. And it doesn't mean that we're wanting it to go away so much as we want to lessen the load that we carry so that we can do the other things in life that we need to show up for, for ourselves and for others. So this class really works on trauma and abandonment as well. And we'll have two new acupressure points that we'll focus on for that. And then finally, we're going to end with a guided relaxation to help the nervous system regulate even more. I think the whole class today will give you that. What is nervous system regulation? We have a fight or flight response, and just sometimes living in the world we do turns on that fight or flight response. We're sort of on edge, our armor's up, and we feel like we have to protect. We feel like we have to, form a big shield around us. And I think to some extent, it's healthy. It's healthy to energetically, be able to separate ourselves from the rest of the world in a sense that we don't let that stuff in. We don't let it affect us. So that's a healthy boundary. That's a healthy response to external overwhelm. And yet we cheat ourselves if we put up too much of a front, and that hurts our heart. Our heart wants connection. Our heart wants to trust. Our heart wants to see the good in others. And so a huge portion of working with the nervous system is that we understand when it's appropriate to put up those shields and put our armor up, and when it's okay to kind of let it down. And sometimes it feels like we can't be in control of that, that our nervous system is so ramped up that we're constantly pushing away. So what I'd like to invite you to do today, as we do our breathing patterns, as we do our movement patterns, as we go into these various acupressure points, is I invite you to let your breath soothe you, to let the movements open you up in a way that allows you to communicate with your own body and your own heart. And then begin to see how much rigidity is, holding ourselves together, but also like pushing and deflecting energy out. And when and if you feel safe today, see if you can let that inner shield come down enough to where you can connect safely, securely to your rest and digest nervous system response. We call that the green light response. It's when you literally can let down your guard and feel safe and breathe deeper and feel like you can take up space in your own skin and in your own life. And it is a very much a taking back of your energy, that you're not spending so much energy guarded. and that it is appropriate for us to, in safe atmospheres and safe situations, for us to open up and to let some of that tension go. So I hope that makes sense. And so let's begin. One of the things that we want to do as we come into on our chair for our meditation today is we want to make sure that we can set our feet on the ground, and we want to make sure also that we use the chair appropriately. Okay, so get yourself a sturdy chair, nothing on wheels. Set it on your mat if you can. The mat keeps it from your chair from sliding around underneath you, and it secures it better when we're using it as a prop. All right. And if for any reason you can't touch the floor when you're sitting in your chair, you want to have your block under your feet, because we want to feel our feet on the ground. Now, I have no problem touching the ground with my own feet, so this is what it looks like. Feet on the ground, and then the center of your seat on the chair. Okay, I'm going to push this back so you all can see me better. All right, so let's do this. Pull this back. We're gonna lift this up. All right, that should put us right into where you'll see me perfectly. Lovely. All right, so welcome to your yoga practice. We're sitting at the center of our seat, and you can begin to understand what it feels like just to do a little bit of a hand gesture. So when we need to get grounded, you can place your hands palms down in your lap. Palms down with your eyes closed, and begin centering your spine. Crown of the head even with the ceiling, sitting bones connected to the center of your seat, feet on the ground, your knees are bent. And instead of leaning back into your chair, you're really just allowing the chair to hold you upright, and then turning on your belly and your back and your spine and your head and neck to find that neutral position. And as you do, take a couple long, deep, slow breaths. So breathe into your belly, breathe all the way up to the crown of your head. And exhale, let the breath pour all the way down the spine, all the way down into your seat and into your sitting bones. Maybe it can pour into your feet, rooting you to the earth. And then inhale again, long, slow breath up through your feet and legs, up through your spine to the crown of your head, growing taller. And as you take your next few breaths, long, deep, and slow, following it through your body from the earth to your crown, begin to notice any places where you're feeling tension. Notice where your body hurts. Notice where the breath catches a little bit, or doesn't feel as smooth. And just notice. Just notice, so that when we come back here at the end of class, we can see and feel and note how the practice has affected us. So I'll invite you to turn your palms up now. And as you turn your palms up, just notice what that does to the front of your chest and shoulders. And with the palms up, we're making a gesture to receive. So the palms are open. And I just ask you to reflect on what it is that you need today. What is it that you really are seeking or wanting to feel? And just allow your palms being open to open you up to receiving that which you need. Now take a few more breaths, breathing up into the back of your body, into the back of your heart. Exhale, and bathe the floor with your breath. Perfect. Blink open your eyes, and we'll start by letting the right ear drop down towards the right shoulder. So it's not a big movement, it's just letting your head be heavy and your shoulders relax. And keep your chest lifted so you feel your breath coming in to the front. And each inhale, inflating the heart space. Let your left arm drop down and bring your right arm over your head and just give yourself a little gentle pressure down. And now take your left arm, bring it behind your back. And as long as that feels okay, press the back of your hand into your low back. And then we'll take our right hand and massage the left side of the neck, down the top of the shoulder. We're just massaging along the shoulder and neck. You can do like a little squeezing action with your hands. You can also just use your fingers to kind of get in there. And just massaging up and down. And you may want to even cup your fingers over the top of your shoulder, kind of towards the upper back. There's all kinds of points in here, but you might feel little lumpy bumpies in there. That allows you to open up. Good. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. Tip the chin up to the sky, still letting the head drop to the right. Take a breath in and out of your heart. And then turn your head so your chin is moving towards your right shoulder, so diagonally to the right. And tuck your chin in. And just notice if there's any parts in your neck that are really, feeling tight, feeling tense, feeling sore. And when you're ready, you just press straight down into your left shoulder and raise your head back up to center. Release your left arm back into your lap. Release your right hand back into your lap. Palms facing up, take a few breaths. I'm getting the morning mosquito action. We're almost at the end of mosquito season. All right, let's do the other side. So drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Let your head be heavy. And just allowing the breath to come all the way up into the upper chest. And just start with this basic movement so we really notice where we're at. And let the right arm hang down. Let the left arm come overhead and just apply some pressure to the outside of your head. So we're still moving the left ear towards the left shoulder and letting the head kind of be in place for us to get a nice stretch in the neck. So we're working, you'll feel it on the right side of your neck. Good, now slip your right arm behind your back. Press the back of your hand against like your sacrum or low back. And then take your left hand, place it on your right shoulder and give yourself a little massage. So I'm going to squeeze along the side of my neck, almost like you're kneading bread, and around the top of your shoulder. And then hook your fingers over the edge of your shoulder. You can get the upper part of your back just above your shoulder blade. You can get really firm pressure in there. I also like using those fingers, almost like you would play a piano, use the fingers down along the sides or play guitar. Sometimes these ligaments and muscles and things in here. There's scalenes deep underneath. They can feel like strings of a guitar. All right, so from here, give yourself another squeeze. Tip your chin now up towards the sky. So to the right, you're gonna look up, let your head hang back. Take a breath all the way up into your heart. And exhale. Tip your chin back over towards the left shoulder and then tuck your chin in. That really exposes that whole right side of your neck and shoulder. You may be continuing to give yourself a last little bits of massage here. And then we're going to press down into our right. Take another breath in and out. Release your left hand. Play with taking your left hand to your left temple and helping your head come up to center, and then release this right arm back to your lap. A little different on the way out this side. Close your eyes and let your shoulder blades drop down your back. Let the crown lengthen up. One more big breath here. And exhale all the way out. Good. Now take your right hand, place it across your body onto the outside of your left leg, and take your left hand and bring it behind you to maybe the back of your chair or down on the side of your chair. So inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, push your hand into your leg using the tension of grabbing the back of your chair. Use that to help you twist and look over your left shoulder. So we're twisting through the center of our spine, breathing in to lengthen, breathing out and twisting a little deeper. So just get a sense that sometimes, what we do to tighten up can be on the back of the body, can be on the inner part of our body. So with each inhale and exhale, imagine you're wringing out that tension. You're wringing out the spine. And on your next exhale, slowly return back to center, back to where we started. And let's do the other side. Left hand across to the outside of the right leg, right arm behind you on the seat, back seat of your chair, or on the back of your chair. So wherever you can comfortably grip. Inhale, sit up tall, and then exhale, use your arms as leverage to give yourself that twist, looking over your right shoulder. So we're sitting up very regal. And as we do, we're using our hands to push and lengthen and twist and wring out the spine. The long, deep, slow inhales and exhales. Allowing the breath to massage the inner organs and all that tissue along our spinal column. Inhale deeply, lengthen the spine. And exhale, slowly return back to center. Again, turn your palms up on your lap and just receive that sense of opening and releasing those deeper holding patterns that we have been feeling in our bodies. So we're just allowing it to dissipate. We're allowing those holding patterns that are unnecessary. We're allowing those holding patterns that we're ready to let go of a little bit on the deeper levels of our body to release. Perfect. Right, so Begin a little sun salutation, and sun salutations are typically done on our mats, but we have a special sun salutation that's done as a chair version. It's a nice one. So we'll go real slow the first couple, and then we'll do a couple on our own. So you're gonna bring your feet together, and you may need to scoot a little further forward on your mat. You want your feet and ankles directly underneath your knees, and you're gonna bring the inner legs together. So from here, bring your palms together at your heart center, relaxing your shoulders down, sitting up strong. And on your first breath, I just want you to feel like you're opening your heart to the light. You're allowing the light to be part of this moving meditation or moving prayer. Surya means sun, and namaskar means namaste. So we're honoring and giving reverence to the light. So we're saluting the sun. On our inhale, let's open that prayer from our heart and reach out and overhead. So stretch up as high as you can. If you want, you can look up. And then exhale, take your arms out and what we call swan dive. You're hinging from your hips. And now reach to grab your ankles or shins and roll your forehead towards your knees. And then on inhale, lift your head, lift your chin, and slide your hands up halfway through your shin bones. You're lengthening your chest through your arms. You're pushing your tailbone back. This is called half lift. And then exhale, fold down, forehead to your knees again. Sliding your hands all the way down to your feet if possible. And feel how that opens up the back of your body. On inhale, press through your feet. Belly draws in as you reach all the way back up. And exhale, hands come down through the center to your heart. Let's try that again. Inhale, open and reach. Exhale, fold and lay your belly down on your thighs. Take your hands to your ankles, your feet or the floor. Head into your knees. Inhale, slide the hands up the shins, lengthen the heart forward, draw the chest through, shoulders back. Exhale, fold in half. Hands to the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and overhead, sitting back on your chair so you feel that lengthen. Exhale, hands to your heart. So I'm staying in the center of my chair. Let's do one more together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Elongating your breaths. Inhale, reach out and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. So one more on your own. Take in all that light and draw it back to your heart as you conclude. Pause for a moment. Reach your arms back overhead again. Clasp your hands, interlocking your fingers. Might be able to see that. So I'm going to turn my palms from clasp to up. So you want to focus on placing the palms of your hands, fingers interlocked, up towards the sky, stretching through your side body. Good. Now press again, one more breath, lengthen. And as you exhale, take your left hand, bring it down to your chair, turn your right palm and reach across the body for a side stretch. So I'm really lengthening. This is called crescent pose from the chair. It's like a moon, that first moon we get up in the sky. Good. Inhale, bring it up. And we'll switch the arms. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm goes up, big breath in. And exhale, arcing over. So I'm just holding with my opposite hand as I really focus on bringing a big arc along the whole side of my body. So I'm getting that nice side stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. And on inhale, reach all the way back up again. Take both hands up to the sky. And exhale, take the elbows out. So it's like a little field goal post. We're going to do the same with our legs. We're going to bring our knees out. So we're in what's called goddess pose or horseman's pose or horse pose. So you can take this and imagine you're sitting into your seat and you're opening your elbows back and your knees back. So stretching in, take a nice long inhale and exhale. Good, and then reach your arms up to the sky. So you make one big extension like a sunbeam. Take your right forearm, bring it to your right thigh, and turn your head to look up at your left arm. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. This is a variation on side angle or triangle pose. And you want to feel like your side body is opening, your sitting bones are grounding, and reaching that left arm as high as you can while pushing against your right thigh with your right forearm. Good. Inhale. Let's come back to arms extended. And then exhale, bring your left forearm down on your left thigh and reach your right arm up. So we're looking up as we reach. We're pushing that forearm into our thigh and we're lengthening open while still keeping our seat dropping down into the seat of our chair. Yes, so feel that. Big breath in and out. Again, letting that nervous system response. It's like you're brightening your energy, you're brightening your light. Inhale, come back up, reach out. And now take your left hand and bring it across your body to your right knee. So we're twisting. We're going to lean forward and look up. So as we lean forward, we're dropping our shoulder down. And as we look up, we're twisting. So we're getting a little deeper of a twist now. Pressing into your feet. Seat is on your chair and you're twisting up towards the sky best you can. Inhale, come back up, reach. Exhale, right hand over to the left side. We're using that as leverage. We're dropping forward and twisting, looking over and up. So I see my fingers as bright as they can be. I know you can't see my fingers right now, but brighten them up, like spread them out like starfish. Spread them out like a light. Take another big breath, feel your side body open. And inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, take both hands down onto your knees. Lean forward, let your shoulders come up to your ears. I'm pushing into my feet. And I'm leaning in. So this is just like a little propped up squat pose. Take another big breath in and out. Next inhale, elongate. Exhale, roll your right shoulder forward, pushing against your right knee and look over your left. Another little twist here. We're squeezing and wringing out the spine. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, press into your left inner knee, look over your right. Good. Inhale, come back to center. We'll do another one on each side. Roll the right shoulder forward. Turn and look over your left. I'm pushing my right hand into my right knee. Twisting through the upper back most of all. Inhale, come back to center. We're leaning forward, catching our knees with our hands. Exhale, roll the left shoulder forward, look over your right shoulder. So I'm elongating when I'm inhaling and I'm twisting and looking a little further to the right on my exhale. Perfect. Press into your feet. Inhale, come back up to center. Press into your feet again and come all the way back up. Sweep those arms back up into goddess pose, horse pose. And then bring everything into the center. Good. Cross your right leg over your left and cross your left arm over your right. So we call this eagle pose. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see a little better. So my right leg crossed, I'm squeezing my inner thighs together and I'm taking my arms like two snakes intertwining. Okay, as I do this, I'm gonna bring my elbows up away from my chest and pull them out. Sitting up tall, relax the shoulders away from the ears. So just pull your belly in. Feel that stretch as you squeeze everything, especially into the upper back. So take a big breath into the space at the back door of your heart. And exhale all that breath out until you feel your belly squeeze in. And then release your arms and release your legs, and we'll come back to center if you have turned like me. From here, bring the palms together, forearms together, inner thighs together. Left leg goes over this time, and right arm goes over this time. Okay, so that we do opposites. And again, I'll just turn so you can see. Sometimes we can hook the toes behind at the ankle or calf. It's not accessible for everybody. Sometimes we can bring the hands together, but mine are kind of one shifted down a little bit. We want to feel that squeeze. Inner thighs squeeze in, arms squeeze in. You're going to keep your head looking at your hands and inhale, lift the elbows up a little higher, pull them out away from your chest. And then try to keep them up as you let your shoulder blades drop down your back. So this is going to elongate your neck. Take a nice long inhale and exhale. And imagine as you grow tall, you're also opening the back door of your heart. So we're cleaning and clearing any of that residue that's ready to let go. We exhale it out. Inhale, lengthening the spine. We feel that inflation on our upper back, and exhale, let the shoulder blades drop down. Good. Release the arms, release the legs, and come back to center. Very well done, everyone. So that's called the moon salutation cycle. So we'll do it one more time. Come with me along the way. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Turn your palms up to the sky. Good. Inhale deeply. And exhale, take your right hand down and open up side body. So we're just doing this again, feeling this whole side movement. Inhale, come up, reach the right arm, let the left arm go down, arc over. The second time always feels better because then we know what we're doing. Inhale, coming up, reach up. And exhale, arms out to the side, legs out to the side. Goddess pose, horse pose. Good. Inhale, reach the arms out now. Take your left, let's start on this side. Take your left arm to your left thigh, reach up and look. And it's like we're paying homage to the moon and its various phases. Inhale, coming up, just like we have phases. Exhale, coming down, right forearm, right thigh, look up, stretch up. And the moon, very much about our instinct and intuition and dreams. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, opposite side. So right hand over to the outside of the left, lean forward, twist. The body is very wise. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left hand to right, twist. Always changing. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, place your hands down on your knees. Lean forward, let your shoulders come up to your ears. Roll your right shoulder forward, look over your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist looking over your right shoulder, left shoulder rolls forward. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, center, wringing out the spine. Squeeze it out. Inhale, center, rotating. Back to the middle. Inhale. Exhale, come back up. Arms come into. And then bringing the arms into the midline. Taking our eagle pose, right leg over, left arm over. Twist and lift. Letting your breath be strong. Letting your upper back and your heart receive your breathing. Good, and we'll change. Exhale, release. Bring the arms in front. Right arm goes, right leg goes over. Left arm goes over. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, let the shoulders drop down away from the ears. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Inhale, stretch up. Let's reach up for this last time. And exhale, send the hands back through prayer mudra all the way down to the heart. Perfect. All right. So those were our sun and moon salutations. I'd love for us to get up, down, and stand. So stand, but use your chair as a prop. So I'm going to move the chair so its back is towards me and the seat is away from me. I'm going to step back on my mat, grab the edge of my chair and push my hips. So this is like a little down dog position that we do in the back seat of our chair. So you can bring your head so your ears are right on the inside of your arms. If it's too much on your legs, you can bend your knees and you want to just push your tail feathers back as you push the chair forward. So we're looking to find a 90-degree angle with our arms, hips to heels. Take another few breaths. Pull into your belly as you exhale. Really reach through the arms, really reach through the hips. One more breath here. Letting everything stream out. So you want to really reach through all the parts and pieces of you. And then inhale as you come up, walk your feet back towards the back of your chair and stand tall. So we're going to turn to face each other. I'm going to keep my right hand at my chair and just stand tall in mountain pose. So I know that mountain pose is familiar, but we haven't been standing yet today. So when you do come into mountain, you'll just notice how the poses we've done so far have worked on our posture, have maybe softened that armor, have helped our nervous system get more in the present moment and the here and now, like we're occupying our bones. And as we get that feeling of being in our body again, we can send a breath of love and peace throughout our whole body. So send that message with your next breath. And again, scan your body and notice if there's any areas where you're holding tension. And we'll come into our tree pose. So we're going to make our left foot into a kickstand at our right. So we want our knee to be away from the chair. So our standing leg is on the chair side and the knee is opening out. I have my left knee out and I'm standing on my right, but you may be a little different. That's okay. So what we want to do as we get our balance is find that focus, find our gaze, find that connection of our foot to the floor. And then when you feel ready, you can bring your toes up a little further. And remember, we have our chair here to help us balance, but we still want to feel, if we can, our balance without the chair. So you're standing on your own. If it feels right, you can bring your palms together at heart center. And we're letting ourselves come into this tree pose. Now, if you find that you want to go a little further, you can always take your foot up above your knee, push your foot and your inner thigh towards each other, and then find your tree pose here, or maybe even arms extending. And just practice focusing your eyes, soft, easy breaths, and a beautiful, peaceful face. It's just letting you know that even when the winds blow, you can still hold yourself up. And when you're ready to come down, release your arms first, and then tell your left foot it can come down to the earth and back to mountain pose. Let's take our hand off our chair for now and just turn the palms forward. Take a moment to feel what it's like to stand on your feet after just one side of our tree pose. Right? So you can turn your back if you want, or you can move your chair so it's in the other direction. We're now going to stand with our left side at our chair and our left hand on the edge of our chair. Okay, so we're using the chair actively. We're not leaning too far into it. We want to feel ourselves on our 2 feet and just begin with a little kickstand, right? Toes come down, heel is up on the inside of the ankle. And you're just feeling what it's like to stand tall, breathe easy, find your center. Find where your belly turns on, find where your heart lifts, find where your booty turns on, and you feel your shoulders broaden. And when you're ready to take the next step and you want to work a little bit more on your balance, you can let your left hand come off. You can move your foot up a little higher towards your knee. You can bring your hands in prayer mudra. You can find a place to gaze at and make all the muscles of your face soft and easy. And if you want to come up even higher and you have your balance today, place your foot on the inside of your thigh and push your thigh and your foot towards each other. So it's like they're pressing each other. And then coming into your full tree pose, if that's available today, extending your arms and reaching. So big breaths. See if you can get your breaths to move your ribs. There's going to be little shimmies and little sparks that are going through your body as you open up and as you brighten, as you get bigger, as you get taller, as your branches reach into space, into the sky. Good, and when you're ready, let your arms come down. And then let your right foot come down. And pause again back in mountain pose. You can step a little further away from your chair and feel what it's like now for your posture. The inner body, the inner life is turned on inside of you. And your nervous system may be softer as long as you've kept that kind of peaceful attention. And if you find that there's still tension when you're breathing, let this next phase of postures help you to release that tension. So once again, we'll stand so we're facing the back of our chair. We'll keep our right foot forward. So just so our toes are kind of at the back feet of our chair, and you're going to set your left foot back about 1.5 feet or 2 feet. So this is our forward stance position where our shoulders and our hips are facing front. And then just play with this. Bend and straighten. I'm sure you remember this one. We've done it many times before. Bend and straighten into that forward leg. Good. And we're going to do something new. We're not going to go into our forward warrior today. I'm going to take a little wider stance because I'm going to go a little deeper. We're going to keep our legs straight. And as we keep our legs straight, we're going to bring our forearms onto the back of the chair. So we have this split leg position like scissors, and we're coming forward and just resting gently on this back of our chair. I have my hands in prayer. I can even lengthen my chest forward, doing a little flat back position. And if it gets to be too much, I'm pushing my left heel down, I'm pushing into my right foot, I'm feeling all this activity through my legs. If it gets to be too much, you can always bend your forward knee just a little bit, and that sometimes can help. Okay, so we call this pyramid pose. It's just the beginning of a pyramid, and it's very helpful as we open up the legs and strengthen them to have the chair there. So let's bring our hands to the back of the chair, straighten the right leg, straighten the spine, and we'll step forward and switch out the feet. So now the left foot is right in between our chair feet on the back, or legs, I should say, and then our own legs are split, right leg's back, left foot's forward, and a couple straighten and bend. So you're going to try to keep your spine upright. As you straighten and bend, you can hold the back of your chair, or you can just let your arms come down by your side. So you guys remember this one. Inhale as you straighten, exhale as you lower. We're just feeling that left knee track towards the toes. We're helping our muscles and our bones begin to strengthen, joints strengthen. And now let's keep that left leg straight. And if you want, this time you can grab your hips, and as you hinge, both legs stay straight, kneecaps lifted, come forward. And maybe you're going to just take your hands now to the chair and lower down a little further. So this is just another option. If it's better for you to do this with the forearms, you're welcome to. Just see if you can come down a little further. I'm pressing my back heel down. I'm pushing the floor. I'm lengthening my spine. Much like when we did the half dog, I'm pushing my hips back and lengthening my heart forward. So feeling the pyramid pose. Breathing in, long spine, strong back, strong legs. Feeling if we can connect to our bones and the back of our body. As we come up, you're going to press down gently into the back of your chair, using your own strength to come into upright position and step the right foot forward and shake things out. Okay, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. All right, now we're going to use the seat of our chair. So I'm going to turn the chair again. So the seat of our chair faces front, but I'm going to face the seat of my chair. So first position, we're going to take our hands right to the center of our chair. And we'll do our cat-cow position from here. So you can see my hips are over my ankles and my hands are under the shoulders, and we can cat-cow here. Inhale, tip the hips back, heart forward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin. Good. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. And keep that going. Several more rounds, flexing and arching back through with the breath guiding the way. Two more. Perfect. And then from here, bend your knees, take your arms up and give yourself a little chair pose. Just to finish it out. So you can give yourself little baby lifts and lowers. Keeping the arms up, strengthening those knees, tracking towards your toes. Inhale, stretch up, palms come together. And exhale, lower the hands to the heart. Good, our last standing pose. We'll take our trunk and face it forward towards our screens. And we're gonna do triangle pose. We're gonna turn the left toes so they're under the seat of our chair. And the right toes will face forward. Our left hand is gonna come onto the
seat of the chair, and the right arm goes up. So we're reaching into space for a triangle pose here, using our hand at the seat of the chair to help us get that length of our triangle. So we got a triangle under the legs, we got a triangle under our arms, and we got our whole body shape of a triangle. And finishing up the side bend, if you'd like, you can send your right arm overhead and extend it all the way. So it's our big pose of the day. On your inhale, raise your right arm back to the first triangle. You can look up at your hand if you'd like. Press through your feet. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, release the arms. Good. So now let's have our right foot underneath the seat of our chair. So we're going to turn our toes so they face front. And either you can just turn so your body is towards the other side, so you don't have to move your chair. And I'm going to do that today. So my right toes are now under the chair. I'm turning my right toes out towards the edge of my chair, and I have my hips and my shoulders facing the wide side of my mat. Even though I have my back towards you, I'm going to inhale, reach the arms out this time. Exhale, place your right hand down on your chair and reach up, maybe look up at your left hand. So here's our triangle pose. Instead of needing to use a block or our leg, we can let the seat of our chair be our best prop here. If it feels better to look down or to the side, feel free. Press and reach through all space and time so your body brightens. Take a big breath and move your breath all the way through your limbs, down into the earth. Come alive with your inhale. Exhale, feel yourself yielding into the earth. On your inhale, coming all the way up, pressing through your feet, reaching out through your arms. Exhale, release and relax. One more time, we're going to turn, and you can use your chair to help you come back to mountain pose. Allow your hands to face forward towards your towards front, and feel that mountain pose. How your body has changed from our standing poses today. Maybe what feels more open and calibrated, where your breath is more freer to move through you. And we have one more pose today from sitting on the seat of our chair. So come back to sitting, and this is a longer hold position. So you're gonna bring your feet back to where we did in our first part of class. And we'll take our right ankle and we'll cross it over the left thigh. So as we do, more like how a dude crosses his legs, right? So, so you're gonna let that happen. Now you can see my knee is a little higher, my foot's a little lower, that's okay. I wanna make sure the ankle is all the way off the thigh if I can. Okay, so if your body allows that, do that. And then flex your foot. Okay, so that's gonna protect your knee. Now this may be enough. You might feel your hip already begin to turn on. If you want more, so sit up tall, take a big inhale, and then exhale, lead with your heart, come forward and lengthen over your right shin bone. Okay, so you're gonna feel that increase that hip stretch. We call this figure 4 pose. And done on a chair can be really intense. It's like we're sitting down and we're opening the hip. If it feels good, you can try to bring your right hand underneath and grab behind your knee, and then let the other hand meet it. And you can make a little stirrup with your hands underneath your knee. And then inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, pull yourself down and in. So we'll be here for about 30 seconds, breathing deep, and allow those deep breaths to really help you feel that the breath is going down into the bowl of your pelvis and into your right hip. So where we felt closed, where we felt locked up, we're letting this yoga practice
work on those places. So we're unlocking the locks, we're unblocking the blocks, and we're helping our body to be more freed up for energy to flow, for wellness, for our deeper health, for our organs, for our systems. We're opening up those muscles and connective tissues that maybe have stored tension from our past. So we're letting those release from our body. Next exhale, empty all your breath out. And on your inhale, slowly release your hands, slowly release your tipping of your body. Come back up all the way to seat. Uncross your leg and pause. So let your hands for now be face down. And just feel the difference on your right side compared to your left. Breathe up and into your heart. Just keep tuning into our heart space. Keep tuning into opening and giving ourselves that love and peace. Crossing the left leg over the right. Same thing on the other side. So you may notice one side is a little different than the other, and that's a-okay. We're just going to work with what we got. So we can get the ankle bone all the way off the thigh. So you're not like letting that ankle bone sit like this. You want to see if you can get it off the thigh and then flex your foot. And if it's helpful, you can hold on to your foot and hold on to your knee as you lead with your heart to come forward and tip over. If it's too much, you can always come back. You can always back up. Okay. We want to feel that little edge as we come forward that wakes up the outer hip, wakes up and stretches open the butt, and we feel all that energy of our breath moving in there to massage and to open and to release. So as we come forward, we might find ourselves spilling, letting the head drop. You may slide your left hand between the legs and under through the clasp of the knee, back behind the knee, and then folding in. So just go where you can comfortably reach, and then let the pose unfold over time in breath. So maybe after several breaths, you can melt in a little deeper. Perfect. So with your next inhale, lift through the back of your body, lengthening. Take your head all the way back up. Take the hands out from underneath. Uncross your left leg, place both feet on the ground, sitting at the edge or the center of your chair. Flip your palms up, and let's take 2 or 3 breaths with the eyes closed. And remember, we started here, so now we come back here and we notice how this sequence of movements has helped to open us up and free us up. It doesn't mean everything's going to be gone, of course. It's just how we feel. Maybe there's a little bit brighter sparkle in our heart. Maybe there's a little bit more sense of our body in space. Maybe we can feel that gentle pulse of our breath underneath the surface of our skin, inflating and pulsing out, and then feeling a little closer to the earth as we exhale. So we have 2 new acupressure points. I believe they're new for us. I'm going to come a little closer. You're welcome to stay seated at your chair. If you want to come closer and sit on the ground, you're welcome to. So we're going to do what's called the K27 point. So kidney 27, you want to find where the edge of your collarbones are, okay? And then we're going to go straight down from there. Okay, so you can start just by finding this little hollow here below the inside edge of the collarbone. Okay, so you want to feel that little hollow there, and we're going to press that. And as you press that, you're going to deep breathe. And inviting calm, letting go of any emotions that feel like they're heavy or stored right now in the heart, just as much as you can. Any feelings of insecurity. Just let your throat open, the muscles of your jaw relax as you press. Imagining you're freeing your voice and allowing feelings to flow, express. So I'm sure you remember our hum breath. So we're going to play with that breath again. So as you keep pressing that kidney 27 point, you're going to inhale deeply. And allowing that to vibrate, just soft vibration through your fingers from your heart. So, our heart is an expression of love and unconditionality and compassion. And then the throat is an expression of our ideas and our inspiration. It helps us manifest. So we're helping to make manifest those things that we're wanting to receive in our life. And we're clearing out anything that's in the way. So one more hum breath as we finalize this K27 point. Deep breath in. Good. And now just take a moment to let your fingers come off that point and land in your lap. And just relax for a few moments with your eyes closed. Noticing what feelings and expressions that are present here. Maybe there's even some stillness. And in the sweetness of any stillness that's here, maybe a prayer or an offering that you want to put forward for yourself, for others. So our next is stomach 16 point. Okay, so this is above the chest. So here's our chest, right? The top of our chest. It's in the center and up above the chest. So it's not quite that point, that lung 1 point we've done before. It's just about 4 inches in from that lung 1 point, or 4 inches down, and just 1 inch in. Okay, so it's right above the chest. And you can kind of think of it as like, here's your breastbone, right? So we're right on the outside of the breastbone. Okay, so you're going to place your hands on both sides of these upper chest and holding the stomach 16 point. We want to just first find the indentations between the ribs. Okay, so there's going to be the bones of your ribs up here. You can even feel them as you push around. And then you're going to find one of the hollow points there, kind of above the chest, just above the chest. Yes, center. Take a moment to appreciate how your body has protected you. And breathe into your heart. Thank yourself for having the courage to face the unknown. Focus on letting go and completing your exhalations fully, blowing out any negative feelings. Releasing any stress that's here the best we can. You want to close your eyes as you focus on letting the chest release and the heart open. And when you feel ready, take a big inhale, lifting and expanding your heart into your hands. And exhale, release completely. You let your hands move back to your lap. So we're going to set ourselves up for legs up the chair pose. And this is our final movement that we'll take. It's kind of our Shavasana for today. I will give you the chance to come out of legs up the chair pose and go into a traditional Shavasana at some point. But if you really love the way it feels, you can stay there for the remainder of class. So the way that we'll set up is we'll move our chair. You can actually leave it right where it is. Take your pillow or your blanket underneath your head. Let's see if I can find a way to show you this. I'm going to move my chair so you guys can see me. And you can just keep your chair where it is so you don't have to do too much moving around. What we're doing is we're taking our blanket behind us so we can have a little head rest. If you need a pillow for your chair because maybe the edge is too hard, you can place a little pillow or blanket even at your chair. So for me, the best way to come into this is to sit sideways. So my shoulders up by the chair, and then I'm going to use my hand to push myself down. I'm going to come down onto my forearms and swing my legs up the seat of the chair. Okay. Once I'm on my forearms and elbows, I can scooch myself in closer. So the backs of my knees, as long as it's not too tough, my backs of my knees are against the chair and my feet are towards the back of the chair. And I'm going to lay back. So I'm going to lay back and adjust my blanket so it can catch my head and my neck, but not my shoulders. So I want my shoulders to be on the ground. You can press your hands to your belly, to your heart, or down along your sides. So as long as this feels okay for you, this is where I'd like you to stay for the next 5-10 minutes as I guide you through a guided visualization relaxation to regulate the nervous system. So option here, just letting yourself go, initially allowing your back to release just like you do for Shavasana, letting the weight of your body settle into your bones and relax against the earth. Anytime we bring our legs up, we're bringing some activity to cool energy and blood flow into the pelvis and low back, into the heart and upper back, and into the back of your head. So staying here and allowing yourself to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, just listen to my voice as I guide you in relaxation. Let's start by just noticing the natural rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. We'll release any controlled breath. In other words, we're letting the breath return to its natural, easy rhythm. So you want to feel that the breath is breathing you. So you're just letting that natural in and out through the nose. Choose now an image of light, color, feeling. What feels light? Could be just a golden shimmering iridescence or a color that's very soothing for you. It could just be a sense of love and peace. We're using that color or feeling, take it in through your nose as you breathe and let it move down into your lungs and into your chest. And see that feeling or that color grow with each inhalation and spread across your breastbone, your chest, into your arms, and into your upper back. The color and the feeling grow and increase. You're not doing anything, just relaxing and imagining. So continue to imagine that color and that feeling growing. You see it moving beyond your chest and upper back, up through your head and neck and ears and eyes, and the deep space inside your brain. You see that color or that feeling or both flowing down into the bowl of your pelvis and low back, all the way down to the tip of your tailbone. And like light spreading, feeling and color through your body, you now feel it increasing into structure of your bones. And as each bone meets at a joint, you feel the breath pulsing and sending that feeling, that light, now going all the way down to the soles of your feet and all the way up to the crown of your head. Continuing to bathe in this feeling and in this color, this light that you're experiencing and receiving. Now letting it calm you to a deeper level of peacefulness and of ease, unraveling tensions for you, healing the parts and pieces that are hurt, working on the past, like angel wings surrounding you. You feel yourself being held by this feeling and this light. that now is not just on the inside of your body. It grows and goes beyond your skin and into the space around you, into your room. In this bubble, color and light and feeling, you'll say a few affirmations to yourself if it feels aligned with you. I trust myself. I love my deepest heart. I am taken care of by the universe. I am capable and lovable as I am. Through deep breathing, through this light, through this feeling, and this love that surrounds me, I let go of my hurt. Even if it's just a little bit. This time you're welcome to either stay here with the legs up the wall and relax for another few minutes. If you'd like to take this final bit in your traditional Shavasana pose, you're welcome to now. Make that shift. We're just going to hang here, relaxing and feeling this surrounding of light and love and peace and color washing over us. I trust myself. Will not abandon the love inside my heart. I am being taken care of by the universe. I am capable and lovable just as I am. And through deep breathing, I let go of hurt. And begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Deepen your breath. Maybe take a big stretch and reach your arms overhead and circle your wrists. You still have your legs up. You can begin to bring your legs away from the chair. And I'm going to show you how to get out of the chair, legs up the chair, just in case you need that guidance. I find the best way is to simply roll off to one side. Just choose a side that feels good, right? And just bring your knees in and then roll to the side. And then to make your way up, take as much time as you need. Place your hands on the ground and then push the floor so you don't get dizzy. So you just have that support as you rise to sit. Let's meet each other at our computers and come forward. So you bring your hands into prayer mudra, but we're going to take our hands to that, our thumbs to that CV17 point, right at the center of our chest. And I'm going to press the sides of my thumbs into that CV17 point. Remember, that's the sea of tranquility point. And we'll bow to our hearts. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and peaceful. May all beings know the light of their true nature and live from it. And may we all be free. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.